The offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. Call Sears Roofing and save $500. Call 1-888-749-4455. That's 1-888-749-4455. Call now, 888-749-4455.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, now, Robert discovered your show while surfing the internet recently. Just want to say that it is great to hear and see you again after all these years. How about that? I'm proud to say that I've been a fan for many, many years. You've always been an inspiration to my career in the military, law enforcement, and medicine. So I wanted to say, Richard, thank you. It says that I was inspiring, and thank you for that, Robert. I appreciate that. And Robert knows his last name, so there's probably no point mentioning.
I sure hope he knows his last name.
And yeah, he does. Anyway, dear Robert, just wanted to send you a belated happy birthday. Well, that was March, and you had a wonderful day enjoying your show. Sincerely, Denise from Mass. So I think that's wonderful. I mean, happy birthday to Uncle Bob. March, April, I'd say April, May, June, July. How many months was she? She was a little late, but that's all right. So I'm a huge Wild West fan. It was my favorite show and still is. I'm very disappointed to hear the potential remake was canceled. Why did they decide not to go forward with the show? I look forward to your response. Sincerely, Scott. Hey, Scott, let me tell you something. This is an inspiration. I could have and should have pursued this. The current president of CBS is a friend of mine. His name is Les Moonves. And I let it fall through the cracks. I was going to the meeting that got canceled on the way to the meeting. And then after that, I said, I'm gonna, and it was just rhetoric. I didn't do anything about it. Now I just wrote that down, and I'm gonna try and keep on track. When the show's over, remind me to write it down, will you? So we got Ernie waiting in the wings. And we got Bridget from the UK and Goran. So you know what let's do? Those will be, we're going for another 3 minutes on calls. Let's take Goran, and then we'll go to the UK, and then we'll do Ernie, and then we'll do these emails. So is that Goran, or is that the Swedish ambassador? Who is this? Is that Berglund, the Swedish ambassador?
Oh, it is. It's Berglund.
Is it?
Is that you, buddy?
Yes, it's me, and I'm sorry I haven't called in for a couple of weeks.
Good call, Bob.
Well, have you been in Sweden?
No, I was all the way in Missouri.
That's not Sweden.
That's a long way from Sweden, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
What's the what's the population of Sweden?
I think there's somewhere around 9 million plus.
Yeah, well, there's more in Chicago than there are in Sweden. All right, so what's up, Goran?
Well, I got an idea when I was in Missouri because I went to Branson, listened to one of your buddies, Andy Williams and Margaret.
Oh, good. Ann Margaret's from she went to Northwestern University. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, and you may not know that she's from Sweden too. So I think I think we should have her as a guest.
Yes, perfect. Ann Margaret. Let's write that down.
Margaret.
Come on, now let's
Courtney?
not forget. Courtney, come in here, darling. Okay, that'd be a great one. Ann Margaret. Good.
Yeah.
What else, Goran?
And then you can tell her that the Swedish ambassador would really enjoy the show.
Good, I'll do that. And maybe you can call in when we get her.
Yes, I'll do that. And anyway, congratulations that you finally bought a house.
Well, good. I'm glad. I love the place I was in. It's just something that and plus I was paying rent and it didn't make. I had no voice in this, Goran. I just sat back and let those people say what I was going to do. And
You're kind of like the CEO. You just kind of sat there.
And listened.
Heard
anyway,
everything.
now I got it. And Goran, you're gonna like it.
Yes, I'm sure I will.
Yeah, it's a swan song. It's my last home, and I've had some magnificent ones, and this will be the last.
And I would like to be invited to the CRM party at your house.
You certainly will be because you've been a regular, even though you haven't been constant. You've been there for us when we needed you.
Right.
All right, what's on your mind? Anything, Goran Berglund?
That was all for today.
All right, do me a favor.
Yes.
Call Dave.
Yes.
Don't forget, I spoke to her. It's time, and I spoke to him. It's time to give him a call.
Okay.
And if you're listening, Dave, we love you.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Goran.
Right.
Yes.
It's always good to hear from Gordon. He's a really cool
Gordon's
guy.
a nice guy.
Yeah.
Well, we were neighbors, for years up in Bear Valley.
No
You
kidding.
didn't know that.
I did not know
No,
that.
he was thrown out of Sweden. Yeah,
Really?
They took away his passport because he was too friendly with American women. So they took his passport, and that was the end of the Swedish ambassador. All right, so now let's go to the UK, to the lovely voice of this lovely woman who I have a picture of. Hello, darling. How are you?
Hi, hello. Sort of good evening to you.
You're the
You
last.
look great, both of you, and
Thank you.
congratulations on your new home.
And thank you, darling. And you're the last phone call. We're not taking any
Oh,
more
am
phone
I?
calls. Okay.
Oh, who I am, what I am, or how I am, don't ask.
You're
It's
it,
a bit
baby.
Mixed bag today.
You're it,
You don't want to
sweetheart.
know.
What do you want to know? Anything you want to know, ask me. I'll tell you.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
I've read somewhere a long time ago that for a long, long time you didn't give that many interviews. And I was wondering if you could share with us one of the worst experience of interviews you've ever had. Or the best one, if you prefer.
I'm thinking worst. I can't. It doesn't come to mind right away, frankly, because I've been lucky. I've had some wonderful relations with correspondents, and they haven't taken advantage of me. I can't remember getting upset with anybody about anything.
No one ever tried to
that's
bamboozle you or anything like that?
Say what?
No one tried to bamboozle you with like information, maybe celebrity gossip type stuff or anything like that?
No, the only thing I told you was the Hollywood top 100 gay guys.
So that's actually, I mean, that kind of, I guess, it's not really an interview though, but that kind of counts.
Well, the only
Press.
thing that bothered me about it was it wasn't true. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I mean, is it
absolutely.
kind? Is it true? Is it
Is
necessary?
it necessary? Yeah.
Because it wasn't kind and it wasn't true and it wasn't necessary. But we had in our family a gay relative, and he called me up, and my name was Doodlebug. Are you listening to me, Bridget?
Doodlebug?
Doodlebug is what they called me. And it was
Oh, that's cute.
it was Deuteronomy in the Bible, and my grandmother called me Deuteronomy, and nobody could get it, so they nicknamed me Doodlebug. Now we're going to commercial, and we're going to come back and talk to you and tell you how the guys in the neighborhood heard Deuteronomy go, his grandma's calling him a doodle something, so I became Doodlebug. All right, girl?
That's brilliant story.
All right, good. All right, love you, sweetheart, and I'll see you in England. I'm going to let you go now.
You too.
All right, baby.
I seem to remember like those little scooters. They used to have Doodlebug scooters. Remember those things?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for asking.
rconrad at crni.net. What was that I just said? That was the email address. So you could send Mr. Robert Conrad your emails. We read them on the air every week. We try to get through them every time. So
And we spill coffee on them.
absolutely. rconrad at crni.net. We'll be back right after this.